Hello, cats and kittens, boys and ghouls. Welcome back to Nightfall, San Francisco's premier horror show. So let's get into it. Episode 10. I'm going to start off talking about Friend Request, a movie that opened yesterday, Friday. It is a good premise, meh on the execution. I really enjoyed the storyline, but it was just kind of, the editing wasn't so great. So go judge for yourself, which is what I tell everyone. Go judge for yourself. But I think it's one of those that if you catch it on cable, it's a little bit better than spending time going to the movies. Sorry, not sorry, that's my opinion. But again, go see for yourself. So Friend Request, good storyline, and so on the execution. I want to also talk to you about Fear the Walking Dead. They really stepped up their game this season, and I'm really enjoying the backstory about the First Nations, Latino, everyone else conflict that they're going for. And they're also forcing people to understand that this country has more than one culture, more than one language inside of it, and you're getting to see the flavor of that. And I also like the fact that they're really developing some of the characters. Now, I really cannot stand some of them, and I'm like, when are they going to be eaten? But for the most part, I like the way that people are trying to be civilized in the face of mounting incivility. So stay tuned for the Fear the Walking Dead that comes on Sundays at 9. And I also want to single out from Fear the Walking Dead Ruben Blades, who plays Daniel. He is a poet, musician, activist, and actor. He is fantastic in whatever he puts his hands to, and I really like the shades that he has brought to the character of Danielle. It's really fantastic. It compels me to watch week after week, even when I'm tired of everyone else. I will tune in just hoping to get 15 minutes of seeing Danielle work through his position in society. He went from hitman, cold-blooded killer, to family man and devoted husband and father, and now he's finding himself being open to being the cold-blooded killer again, but still trying to maintain his humanity. And I really think Ruben Blades does a fantastic job of showing us those subtle nuances. Sometimes he doesn't speak, but it's just the way his character looks, the reflections of his face that really make you say, huh, wonder what's going to happen next. So, Fear the Walking Dead, make sure you tune in Sundays. Now, of course, I have to bring up my show, American Horror Story Cult. Again, this episode, this past Tuesday, right on point. Fear is a weapon, and Kai Anderson is just getting stronger and stronger, and everyone is falling into place. Even people that you think should be on the side of right are sitting up right in the side of wrong, and no one seems to be able to hold the line. What is right, what is wrong, what is real, what is false. I loved when Ali almost got run over by the chemical truck, by the way. That was fantastic. And when she slapped the mask off and revealed the clown mask, wow, fantastic. And again, I just love the fact that they continue to use Winter as the babysitter, even though there is no way on earth she should be let near a child or let back into the house. Oh, and I love when she came back. When she returns to the position of being the babysitter. Oh, I let some guy in. I hope you don't mind. He's standing there naked in the living room. Really? And they didn't think there was anything wrong with that? They didn't think that there was some connection between Winter and this guy? And the second scene that I really enjoyed from this past episode was when Allie's driving through the protesters and she's like, well, I'm one of you. And then that's what she started off saying. And then 2 minutes later, she's like, you motherfuckers, get out of the way. Fantastic. See, the lines are so blurred that even when you think you know what side you're on, you don't. So tune in, American Horror Story Cult, Tuesdays. And so, another thing I want to talk about, sorry, a bit of a cold there, really annoying, is Carrie 2013. So I caught Carrie 2013 recently, and I shifted Carrie 1976 to another section of my brain, like I'd never seen a movie entitled Carrie about a girl with telekinesis. The movie was not as bad as people made it out to be. It wasn't as good as it could have been. It had its moments, but I realized watching that movie that a judicious editing would have helped that movie tremendously, and a stronger directorial focus. So you're not remaking the story, but you're telling it from a fresh perspective. And they did try to attempt to put different scenes in there. I really liked the scene where Julianne Moore is prizing open the door. There's a crack in the door, and she's got her bloody fingers prizing away the wood. That was a really effective scene. The scene at the end where Carrie and her now dead mother, spoilers, sorry, are sitting there and hit by stones. I think that was also effective. I also liked how they slipped in that the people sitting at Carrie's table were also outsiders. So they did do a good job of trying to amplify the storyline, but I think in too many cases they just kind of fell into, we're just going to recreate what has already been there. And I think the result was not as strong as it could have been. So I wouldn't discount it entirely. I wouldn't run out and pencil it into my calendar either. So I think it's good to know that there are two versions of that movie out here, and to sample them both and to enjoy them each for their own merits. And so I want to end by saying that, excuse me, that Stephen King had a birthday this past week, and I want to wish him a very happy birthday. Not that he's paying attention to me, but I really want to put on record that he really validated the fact that I know that monsters are real, he knows that monsters are real, and what are you going to do about it? So, thank you so much for tuning in. Follow me on Twitter at theblackcatx1, and also I have a new blog up, so it's www.theblackcatx1presents.blogspot.com. Don't worry, it's in the description box, and every Tuesday I post a new little horror short that I write. And it's a lot of fun, and I do it because of my love for horror, which is why I do Nightfall. And so I thank you so much. Without you, there is no me, and you're allowing me to live out my horror dreams and fantasies. So thank you so much, and tune in for next week when I'm going to speak to you about upcoming events in October. Woo, the high holy days of horror. So until next time, see you soon. Ciao, ciao. Meow, meow.